What's going on, guys? I am Caleb Faircloth, the host of the podcast for Gaming at a Glance. This is Brent, and we are here to bring you some awesome new news. Strange
new news.
Combination of words there. But we do have some awesome stuff to tell you guys today. To all our loyal listeners and all our newcomers, welcome. If you're new to Gaming at a Glance, we're the gaming podcast for the newbie gamer to the avid gamer. We're also very active on Twitch if you're into live streaming, want to watch some games get played, and hear some really just dumb commentary.
It's pretty awful, the commentary.
It can be bad, depending on who's playing. It's either really vulgar, or if you're Brent, it's just
really boring.
It's a lot of
I'm kidding.
A lot of quotes, a lot of movie quotes and stuff of that nature, which is it's fun. But check us out at twitch.tv/gaming at a glance. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, which I would hope would be where you're watching this at. But if not, well, I'm not going to judge you for that. But we are we're just a group of gamers that like to talk about gaming, and we like to do reviews, but not your typical reviews. Hey, this got an 8, so you should go buy it. When we get bought out and get paid to give really bad games high reviews.
Allegedly.
Did I say IGN? I meant LGN.
LG.
I don't know what
Lesbian
LGN.
Gaming Network.
Dude.
Hey, lesbians got a game too.
That's true. No hate anywhere unless you're freaking Duke Nukem Forever. That's where the hate's at.
Well, I mean, it's pretty exciting to be able to use a urinal in a video game, Caleb.
Right, because that's
that
important.
Game innovated.
The use of urinals in video games. It revolutionized, honestly. But we do have some awesome news for you guys. We got invited to E3 2016. I couldn't decide if I wanted to say 2016 or 2016.
I'm trying to crash
You're trying to break everything. Stop your breaking of things.
E3 is very exciting. That was the gist of what
it is, especially for a very small little, not even rinky-dink website we've got going, but it's super exciting, and we've already booked our place in LA, so that's going to be really cool. So all you guys who normally listen, you're going to be getting a lot of footage. We're probably going to be putting out one podcast a night while we're there. It's June 14th, 15th, and 16th. We're going to be putting out podcasts, YouTube videos. We'll be doing Twitch streams every night just to do Q&A about what we saw, and just that whole kind of spiel. So that's super exciting. We've been trying to contain our excitement, but we just can't hide it anymore.
I'm so excited.
Don't lie.
And I just can't hide it.
All right, we're gonna need to stop that right now.
I apologize to everyone. I had to get that out of my system.
But it's really exciting, and we're in the process of getting Gaming at a Glance stickers printed, and business cards, and flyers, and T-shirts. I've actually been hit up by like 4 people saying, "Hey, if you guys print T-shirts, I want one." So,
pretty cool.
Anybody who would like a Gaming at a Glance T-shirt, please send me an email at gamingataglance@gmail.com, and I can let you know kind of where we're at in that process. And so we can make sure we put you on the list. The list. Right.
Coming soon to a T-shirt near you.
Fair enough. Wait, are we going to put the list on the T-shirt?
Why not?
Well, I mean,
everyone that buys a T-shirt gets put on the list.
That goes on the shirt.
Yes, on the back of the shirt, it just says the list.
That'd be a really good conversation starter. You could walk into a room and the guy's going to be like, "Hey, are you Jim?" "No." "Nancy?" "No." "George?" "No." It'd be good. Name at the bottom of the list. Screw you all.
You like how we took a stupid idea that I just had and turned it into a slightly less stupid idea.
That's the definition of entrepreneurship right there. It's all about how you perceive the idea. But we're really excited, and anybody who's going to be there, we can't wait to see you there. If you're not going to be there, make sure you tune in to the podcast and the videos so you can stay in the loop of what's going on at E3. Brent, when did you get over there? What are you doing over there?
Well, I'm hanging out.
All right, fair enough. Brent came back to the Gaming at a Glance family, and we're so glad to have him back because he's Brent, and why would you not want to have Brent back in the equation?
I'm awesome. I mean, just you take it from the source.
The source.
I'm really not. I'm just kind of hanging on. Help me, Caleb.
I got you. But we've been doing a lot of live streaming lately, so we would love to see you guys there. And if anybody came over to the podcast from the live stream, thank you for doing so. We're doing a lot of cool stuff over there, playing games every night. It's either me and Kim, or just me, or Brent, or Scott, or Ryan. Those are the people who are normally rotating from the podcast for the live streams.
It's a good amount of people right now.
But each person brings their own kind of thing to it, because Kim and I play a lot of first-person shooters, or we did a full playthrough of Until Dawn. We're working on a full playthrough of The Last of Us, and she likes to play a lot of Halo. And I don't say I like to play Call of Duty, but I feel like people like watching Call of Duty, so I've been playing that. And getting really angry. I feel like if you play Call of Duty, I feel like they should, sponsor people to have anger management classes, because I'm not an angry person, but I'll sit down and after 15 minutes of Call of Duty, it just, God, sucks.
I feel like with any online shooter, if you play it for an extended period of time, it just kind of gets really infuriating. But I mean, that's probably with any really competitive kind of game, right? And things start not, they don't go your way all the time. It kind of causes that frustration to boil.
It's just there's points in playing that game where I will really wish that I just had a big piece of low-grade sandpaper attached to the desk that I'm sitting in front of, just so when I get mad I can just smash my forehead on it and just scrape it across.
By the way, shout out to Canada Dry, keeping my throat nice and moist.
Even though it says it's dry. So you're like, what? Moistening the throat, Canada Dry. What is even happening there?
Can't believe this.
Oxymorons.
You have blown my mind. I never thought about this, Caleb.
Destroyed. But we just wanted to tell you guys about E3, and I really could just sit here for the next 20 minutes and keep talking about E3, but I really would just be saying the same thing, which is, hey, we're going to E3.
It's exciting.
I've been saying it for
stuff.
3 weeks about it, so it's really, really cool and nerve-wracking. If there's any particular things you're wanting to find out from E3, send us an email, like I said, at gamingatglance@gmail.com, so I can make sure to put it on the list.
Also, to piggyback on that, we were talking about streaming a little bit ago. If you guys have anything that you want to see streamed, if you want us to play anything, I know specifically myself, I'd be willing to play it, and I'm sure Caleb would as well.
I have a very large selection of games, so I most likely already own it. So yeah, just let me know, and I can slap it in the old console. The only thing that we're kind of limited to is PC games. So if it's like a classic PC game, I can jump on it. Like I just finished replaying Half-Life 2, and I just downloaded Half-Life 2 Update, which is really, really cool. The Update. And also, Chris and I have been live streaming Half-Life 2 Co-op. We've been playing it online together, just powering through the story, and that's probably some of the funniest podcast. We spent the whole first 25 minutes of the game just sitting there throwing trash at the combine and making them chase us. It was really fun.
Until these guys were streaming that, I didn't even know that there was a co-op or mod or server, whatever it is you guys are using to play it in co-op. I did not know that even existed. So, I mean, that's pretty awesome because that is a fantastic game.
Right, and that's what I was saying is I love Half-Life. Half-Life is so great. Whenever we're going down to E3, a group of us are I didn't talk to you about this, but I told Kim that I'd like to get tattooed in LA just to commemorate the experience, and she was really down with the idea. Just get like a little video game symbol somewhere. Not like
he's gonna get a Triforce directly on his forehead.
Yeah, actually,
if you pay him $500 cash money right now.
I didn't sign up for that, but you give me a couple beers and I'd probably do it. It'd be a bad idea.
You just gotta lube him up. He's ready.
I
apologize for that.
You said lube. But I was thinking about getting the Lambda from Half-Life 2 somewhere because I love Half-Life so much.
That would be pretty cool.
Right. And Kim was wanting to do something probably from Banjo-Kazooie. She loves Banjo-Kazooie. And I know Brock and I were talking about it, and he was like, dude, I'm going to get my penis tattooed like a Keyblade. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be the smallest Keyblade you can find, too. Oh, I love you, Brock. Sometimes. Some days I do, some days I don't. You still owe me $40, man. No, kidding.
Well, I owe you $40
You do,
too, so.
But for the same thing, both of you guys.
Oops.
Right. But that's super. It's exciting, and I forgot what I was talking about. Half-Life 2. And we found a way to play it co-op, and it's so much better with two people because the game itself is phenomenal. And it was one game that really got me into horror games because I hate horror movies. I can't watch them. They freak me out. And but I like horror games, and the first one that really like introduced me to that was going through Ravenholm in Half-Life 2. My favorite chapter of the whole game. It's so much fun fighting off the zombies with the saw discs and the gravity gun. So great. But and then from there, just progressed. I started playing Dead Space, and then
fantastic game as well. Love
the
Dead
first
Space.
two are amazing, and the third one is just like, what are you even doing?
I feel that way about 2 and 3. I think the first one is just so great, and then 2 and 3 just get way off track, like what we're doing right now a little bit.
Right. Well, and you see that with a lot of games. They take like the basic concept, like with Dead Space 1, you're just like, okay, you went to go check out this ship. It's infested with necromorphs. You're trying to get out of there. Plain and simple, cut and dry. That's the premise of the game. Get out. And then 2, they're like, oh, now we have the marker, and the marker has this big religion, and it's just like, why?
To be fair, the marker was in the first one.
I know, I get that, but they I don't know. I just feel like they take this big spin-off story and make it way bigger than it needs to be. Sometimes you don't need the complexity. You just need the simplicity of, hey, stay alive, get to the end of the game.
I like to stay alive. I mean, it's nice.
Right. Like with, I don't know, with Outlast. I mean, yeah, there's, you got the, oh gosh, I can't even remember the name of the thing now. But you got the, you get the underlying story, but the main premise of the game.
Run away.
Right. Great game, too, man. It was so much fun.
Still haven't played it. I have it on the PS4 from PlayStation Plus. Still haven't played it.
It is terrifying. It'll freak you out. But I beat that game. I had to beat it. Okay. I downloaded it when it first came out. And I sat down. It was like 10 o'clock at night. Lights were off. I was like, you know what? I mean, when did it come out? It's probably 19. I'm 19 years old now. I can handle this. Isn't it,
baby?
I am a baby. I sat down, cut it on, got like 20 minutes in the game. Like, nope, put the controller down. Not doing this. I can't do it. Nope. And then I waited like 3 weeks to pick it back up again. And then I've actually played through the whole game because it's really not that long. It's not that hard to beat either. But I had to sit there, 2 PM, beautiful sunny day, windows open, all the lights on, volume down, and it still scared me.
Have the lights on. I'm sitting in the corner playing it.
It's like, don't do it. That's exactly how it was. And I mean, it's just, I don't know. I guess like horror games have the best kind of like, hey, this is what's happening. You don't need to know a lot more. Like, I don't know. I feel like with Amnesia, they don't even tell you what's going on in that game until you like play through it. It's good. It's really, really good. I wish Chris was here because he's a big, was it Fractional Game Studios that made that one?
No idea.
It's really good, and it's kind of the same thing. You can't attack; you just have to hide. But in that one, it's like more like medieval style. You're stuck in like a castle-looking place. You have an oil lantern, but the thing about that game is the more time you spend in the dark and not in the light, you start to go insane and delusional.
Wait, is that Amnesia is the game with the crazy title with pigs or something in it, right?
No, that's the second one. Amnesia, I think it was A Machine for Pigs, was number 2. Amnesia,
A Machine for Pigs. It's McDonald's.
Oh God. Amnesia: The Dark Descent was number 1, and it's really good, really, really, really good. But horror games are fun.
I loved Resident Evil up to Resident Evil 4. That series was great till that point, and then it just fell off a cliff recently.
Dude, 5 sucks.
5 is an like it works mechanically.
No, it doesn't. That's what I hate most about it.
I felt that the mechanics worked fine in that game. It's just an awful story. It's like an awful premise. It's just everything about it just does not work together.
I'm just saying,
it's not Resident Evil either.
Right. Well, there's no zombies either. It's just like weird.
Well, it's like this kind of the same thing that 4 had going, where it's this. I mean, I can't even think it through. Where there's a spore in them that takes control of them or whatever. It's crazy stuff and then their heads turn into flowers or something.
Yeah, it's like that weird.
Everywhere.
I was like, dude, I didn't know this was Japan. No, I'm kidding. But you give me a game where I'm supposed to shoot, that's fine. But give me a game where I'm supposed to shoot and I can't aim and walk or run at the same time, and that's going to drive me insane.
Well, see, then you wouldn't enjoy any of the Resident Evils then.
You can't see.
Maybe the Revelations games, because they updated a little bit where you have more options. And 6, you can move and shoot at the same time in 6, I believe. But 6 is flat out terrible. The Revelations games are pretty good.
I don't like that. I just, I have to like run away and then stop and then turn around and then aim, and I've got like a second to aim before, oh wait, they're on top of you again. I don't need to relive high school like that again. The jocks, man, they're terrible.
I will tell you, if you don't like Resident Evil 4, you don't like the series. That game is the pinnacle of Resident Evil.
A masterpiece.
It is. It really is.
Everyone hates on the Resident Evil movies. I enjoyed them. I mean,
you just can't expect a serious movie when you're watching them because they are definitely cheese fests.
Right. And I mean, yeah, you're going to expect it to be cheesy. I mean, it's a video game movie. It's like watching the Mortal Kombat movie and being like, what the hell?
But isn't that a bad precedent, though? Can't we expect something good from video game movies, like truly good?
I don't know, man. I mean, you expect the goodness from the games, not so much from the movies. That's
just because the precedent's already been set, or these movies are always bad.
But that's like expecting a movie to be better than a book. You know, the book's going to be better than the movie.
Well, I feel like this is a different conversation, though, because I feel like you're saying that you should go into a video game movie expecting it to be bad.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Watch the Street Fighter movie. Watch the Mortal Kombat movie.
Okay.
I went into both of those going, this is going to suck so bad. That's exactly how I went into Halo's Forward to Dawn. I was like, this is going to suck. And it was good. But if you're not a Halo fan, yeah, it sucked. It was really bad.
I feel like that one also suffered from pretty poor production values. Like the Master Chief suit looked really bad.
Right, he looked like he was on
plasticky.
stilts. His legs were really long, and then his torso was like smaller. I just was like, it was good though. I enjoyed it.
Oh, it was good for what it was. I'll give you that.
And they
the second series they did, with the one before Halo 5, so bad.
Yeah, the next one was really bad.
So bad.
Huh? Because I know they just put Halo Fall of Reach on Netflix.
I haven't watched that. I think that's just
it's like
an animation version of the comic, right?
I
or
think
the book.
so.
I'm not sure what.
I have the book, and it doesn't look like it's going to follow the book. I don't know. We'll watch and get back to you guys. This is what's going to happen. But I don't know. The only like video game movies that I think really lived up to it. I like the Silent Hill movie was really good.
Haven't seen it,
Creepy.
but I never played any Silent Hill games either.
Yeah,
So.
it was creepy, but it was good. And then, are there any other good video game? The Super Mario Brother live action.
I love that movie.
Oh, I love it too.
I love it,
but it's terrible. It is so bad.
Critically, it is not a good movie, but it is enjoyable.
I heard that the Assassin's Creed movie they came out with is actually pretty good.
That hasn't come out yet.
No, they have one that came out in like Walmart. It didn't come out in like theaters.
I think it's probably like I think you're talking about the one that's like a collection of the little mini movies they made in between games.
Oh, is that what that was? Because I heard it was live
sure.
action, and I heard it was actually pretty decent.
I'm not 100% sure on that, as I haven't really been into Assassin's Creed since Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and that's when it lost me. But
yeah,
as far as good video game movies go, Prince of Persia was decent.
No, I didn't get to see it. I love the games. The games are great, but I never saw it.
It was decent. I mean, a lot of people have problems with the casting of Jake Gyllenhaal as a Persian.
Yeah, I can understand why there too. But I mean,
yeah,
I feel
white
like,
guy.
Right. A lot of video games have amazing storylines that they really want to capture in movie form, but you just can't do that. I do think the Warcraft movie is going to be really good, though. It looks awesome.
Well, the problem with a lot of these movies is they're taking like a 20, 30-hour story and trying to condense it down to a 2-hour movie, and
right.
It just doesn't work.
You can't do that. That's not going to happen. At least not going to flow well. And I think that's just why I'd prefer to sit down and play a video game rather than sit down and watch a movie, just because the story gets a lot more intense. Because, I mean, you could never capture the amazingness of BioShock.
Amazingly amazingness.
Exactly.
Yes, it's a thing.
It is a thing. Look it up in the Geneva Convention, all right?
Yes. I'm sorry. You lost me a little bit there.
Shout out to Talladega Nights.
Ricky Bobby.
I want to go fast. But like BioShock, that storyline is so good. And if you're not controlling the character, it's just not going to have the impact. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but get to the end of the game and just realize everything that just happened.
Is it really spoiling when the game's been out for 10 years?
Brent, would you kindly shut up?
Okay. I will.
See what I did there? There's a little twist on the old knob. No, I'm kidding.
Who's twisting knobs?
It wasn't me. It was the Noid. Trying to steal my pizza. Brent, what have you been playing of late?
Well, as you know, I have been playing The Division.
The Division.
Which...
You divided The Division.
I divided it. Didn't work out so well, but I divided it.
Did you try dividing it by 0?
I ended up with 0. It was unfortunate.
Oh, when you divided by 0, you ended up with 0?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Have you ever divided by 0?
You end up with 0.
No, you end up with error.
You end up with error.
It's true. I've done it. It's a horrible experience.
I think your calculator's malfunctioning.
It is.
But yeah, I've been playing The Division. I think it's exactly what Destiny should have been. Feels like there's content everywhere. Feels like there's a story that you don't have to reach out to on the internet. You can interact with people. Which
I hated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but man, that made me so mad. I started playing Destiny, when it, like a little bit after it came out, because I wanted to jump on the bandwagon. And right from the beginning, I was like, they've not led me in. I don't even know what's going on in this game at all. And then they're like, hey, take this card and punch it in your web browser. And then, whoa, there it is. I'm not going to do that.
Yep. Destiny's entire story is on the website. None of it is in the game.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Now, Matthew Hastings, who was on our last podcast, is a huge Destiny fan, and I'm not knocking the game, Matthew. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but that was a really dumb idea.
I mean, the game plays great.
Oh, yeah, it does. It's a fun first-person shooter. If you're looking for a sci-fi Call of Duty that's not dumb like Advanced Warfare, then, yeah, you're fine with Destiny, but it's just... I wish Bungie would go back to doing Halo.
Well, that's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen, but I can dream. Just like I can dream Half-Life 3 is going to come out, even though it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Anyways,
keep dreaming. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Oh, back to The Division.
Division, it's great. Content's great. The shooting feels tight. The game looks fantastic.
It is beautiful.
It's kind of in the same situation as Watch Dogs, though, where the press demo they showed at E3 a couple years ago looks way better than the game actually looks. But I mean, the standards they set with that press demo was kind of crazy. So
yeah,
you expect them to have to bring that down. But I'm really enjoying the game. So far, it's been great. I've also been playing Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth.
Cyber Sleuth?
Which is just the best title of all time. I mean, can you think of a title that is more ridiculous than that title?
No, but I love it because I feel like it's whenever like Japanese companies do like the whole super awesome Coca-Cola.
It's like a straight Google translate of what the title is.
Right. Cyber Sleuth.
But I loved Digimon growing up as a kid, and this game really captures that Pokemon gotta catch 'em all kind of feel with, collecting the Digimon and then all their evolutions. I haven't got very far in the story because I've been kind of sidetracked with getting the Digimon, but apparently from what I've read online, the story is actually pretty good. So enjoying that game as well. Looking forward to playing it some more.
Nice. Very nice.
So what have you been playing, Caleb?
Well, not Digimon. I never got into Digimon.
Digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
I remember the theme song, and I had some of the games.
It's the greatest theme song of all time.
It was really good. And I had the games for PlayStation 1 when I was younger. I was just always more of a Pokemon fan. I
love Pokemon, too.
I don't know. You
can have both in your heart, Caleb.
No.
There's enough room.
No, I can't. I mean, I guess I could.
Agumon loves you.
No, he doesn't. Don't lie to me like that.
Okay, man. Gabumon loves you.
All right, fair enough. I'll take Gabumon. I finished Half-Life 2, which I've beaten like so many times, but it's so good. And I was talking to Chris about it, and I talked to you about it, and I never realized that the Combine was an alien race, mainly because I never played the first game. I just jumped straight into the second one.
For shame.
I jumped straight into the second one on the orange box, and then played episode 1, 2, and then Lost Coast. And those are so good. All of them are really, really good. I want to go back and play Black Mesa, because that one looks really good. I'm probably going to download that one later.
Kind of jumping in for a second, but has Valve made anything since Left 4 Dead 2? Have they made anything? Dota 2? I guess Dota 2 is theirs. I'm not 100% sure on that.
I didn't know Dota was Valve.
I think so.
I'm sure they have something out there.
But I don't think they've made anything since Left 4 Dead 2.
I feel like Portal 2 came out after Left 4 Dead 2.
It might have. It's close.
Oh, we will do some research, and then you can stay up to date with us on Twitter and Facebook, because that's we'll answer that question.
I'm sure they make way more than enough money from Steam to have to make any video games ever again.
Right.
But
They're just pretty much like whatever. Because everyone talks about how Half-Life 3 is it's never going to come out. It's never going to come out. And I get. Just keep everybody in suspense. I'm sure they're having a great time sitting back there and all the money that their fans are giving them torturing
Gabe
them.
Newell bathes in Benjamins.
Right. And then just to know, hey, I feel like they're going to keep it as an emergency button, like how Square Enix had Final Fantasy VII reboot, and as soon as some of their games don't do as well as they want, they're going to hit that switch, and then boom, right back on top.
I'm ready for that to come out. Can it be delivered to me now?
The Final Fantasy VII remake?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I need it.
I
love 7 so much.
I'd never actually finished it all. All right, Brent's dead. Cool. Moving on. Let me get his wallet real quick. No, I don't know. I played 8 before I played 7, and I guess it was just harder for me to go back and play 7 after playing 8.
Well, the way 7 looks compared to 8, it's very if you go into 8 first, it is kind of difficult to go back.
It's just hard for me to take it seriously, and it's a good game, and the story's awesome, and I love the characters. Yeah, it's like I've got bubble hands, woo, and I was like, all right, cool. I've been thinking about downloading it on Steam because I know they did the remaster of it, and just trying to replay it.
Well, it's
not it's not a remaster, but
it's really just a re-release of the PC version from the 90s.
And it just looks better.
Yeah, because you can run it at higher resolutions. The PS4 version's really fun. They put in some cheats that make the game so much better to replay now, because you don't have to grind. It's not as hard. You can speed things up to 3 times as fast. Like if you're trying to...
they re-released it on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, it's on PS4. And
what?
You can turn encounters off. You can turn your HP and limit breaks, or they're constantly replenishing, which makes grinding out those limit breaks so much easier. But
I'll have to check that out. Did they re-release 8 on PS4?
No, but since it's been re-released on Steam, everybody thinks they're going to. And then 9 just got re-released on iOS, so everybody thinks that's going to be on PS4 as well.
That'd be so cool. Heck yeah, I'm going to have to do that.
Hopefully those will come to PS4 soon. I know they're kind of focused on 15 and 7, but...
fingers crossed.
I want them.
Yeah, I do
all
too.
of them. Put them in my PS4 now.
Giggity. But as far as what I've been playing, I finished Half-Life 2. I went to the thrift store with Kim the other day, and I walk in, and they're having this half-off sale on anything with an orange sticker, and I found Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Mass Effect 1 and 2, Mountain Blade, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, Star Wars Empire at War, and Oblivion, all for $1.50.
Close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
All for $1.50 each. I walked out of there and the worst part was that we found some movies that we really wanted, and I found a Half-Life 2, and I found one more PC game, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was. But Watch Dogs for Xbox One, it was there for $1.50.
Wow!
And I grabbed them all, and I put them in this stack, and I handed them to the lady behind the register. I was like, "Hey, we're gonna go look around some more. Don't let anybody take these." By the time we'd come back, someone had taken Watch Dogs.
Well, to be fair, Watch Dogs is worth about $1.50.
Right. I just wanted to have. I was like, you can't. It's still like $11 at GameStop, if we're being honest. And I was like, you know what? Might as well try it. I don't have that many games for my Xbox One, but it was gone, and I was like, that sucks. But
don't beat yourself up too much. That game was extrememely disappointing.
That's what I've heard. But I mean, for $1.50,
there's not many games that aren't worth $1.50.
Yeah, exactly. Except for Duke Nukem Forever.
Well, that's worth a dump in the toilet, You
have a toilet game, just dunk it. But I'm really
excited. Urinal in the game, so I mean, it's pretty even.
I don't have a urinal in my house, so I can't. But maybe. Oh my God, I need a urinal in my house.
Don't we all?
That's
men. We must
rally
clean together.
For
Urinals for all.
But I just started Mass Effect, and I've tried playing Mass Effect a countless number of times on the PlayStation 3. Just because I had it and I never really tried it, and I just think that game is not made for console. I don't like the controls.
Well, it was made for console. It came out on the Xbox 360 way before anything else.
Well, shut up.
For shame, Caleb.
I mean, I know that, but I just feel like it plays a lot better on PC, even though a lot of people say it runs kind of weird on PC. It's the same thing with Fallout. I tried playing Fallout 3 countless times on PlayStation and Xbox, and I just couldn't get into it. and then I played it on PC, and I fell in love with it. It's just, I just plays so much better. I don't know, the control patterns lay out better, and I've been loving Mass Effect ever since I put it in my computer and been playing it that way. It's just, I don't know, I guess I can just get more into it that way.
Well, it's a great series. I'm just happy that you're finally playing it and giving it a chance, Caleb.
Right.
Mass Effect 1 is one of my favorite games of all time, and you better enjoy it, I will kick you in the nuts.
Hit me, I'll hit you in the nuts 3 times with a wiffle ball bat. Fair deal. Nah, but I'm enjoying it. I really am. And then whenever I'm talking about, like what I've been playing on console, we played through Until Dawn for the second time as a live stream, which was a lot of fun. Had a really good turnout, so thank you all for who were there watching it. It was really cool to see you guys. I bought Life is Strange from Square Enix, and
is it strange?
It is strange. But I let Scott borrow it because it plays kind of like a Telltale game.
So it's something he would really enjoy.
So I thought it would be something he would really enjoy, and he hated it. Because
that's unfortunate.
The characters in the game are just douchebags. They really are. And that's what he told me. And I was like, no, they're not. It's just kids in high school. And then I put it in the PlayStation. I started playing it. And like 2 hours in, I was like, God, these kids are douchebags.
That's like the same reason I can't watch Mad Men. Like every time I turn on Mad Men, I hate all of the characters, and I can't watch it. I don't understand it.
There's not one likable character in the game. Like the main character is just weird and quiet, and then the guy who's I guess her love interest is like kind of stalkerish, and it's just really just not. I'm going to finish it. I know I'm not giving it like a full try. I need to at least play through the first episode before I really make judgment. I mean, I was almost at the end of the first episode, and I was just like, I can't. Like, I was streaming it, and 2 of the people that are watching me stream, they're like, can you play something else? Because this is really boring. And I was like, yeah, I will play something else because that's just not. It wasn't doing it for me.
Well, adventure games can be kind of a hard stream anyway, especially if you don't know exactly where to go at each moment, because looking for that stuff is really boring to watch.
Right. But I mean, some adventure games are great. Like, I feel like I could sit down and play The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt on live stream and just have a great time. Because
that's like a... Adventure games gets kind of broken down into like different categories.
Well, then you're gonna have to be more specific.
Like I'm talking like Telltale adventure games, like old LucasArts adventure games, like Sam and Max,
and
the pirate game, which for some reason I'm just blanking on right
El
now.
Fandango. No, Grim Fandango. What am I saying? El Fandango.
You're thinking of the wrestler Fandango.
No,
but. Pretty much like the old LucasArts style adventure game is what I was
go here,
to.
talk to this person, try to figure out where to go next.
Yeah, kind of a point and click adventure.
Right, but those games are hard, man.
Oh, the older ones, the LucasArts ones, yes.
I went through trying to play
a whole different style.
Trying to play Grim Fandango on the Vita, and I had to look up a guide. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. You have to go all the way around the building and find this one tiny little ladder that you would catch out of the very corner of your eye. I was like, I'm not going to do that.
It was a different time, Caleb. A different time.
People had more patience back then, I guess, because I couldn't do it.
Well, that's like throwing a kid today on Mega Man on the NES.
Dude.
He'd just get frustrated and never play games again.
Right. Dude, Mega Man games are so hard.
It's so good.
Speaking of Mega Man, he's going to be in the next arcade block next month.
I need it. I love Mega Man.
Mega Man, I think it said, I can't remember well, it said Mega Man Resident Evil? Yeah, Resident Evil and...
I guess it's a Capcom theme?
I guess so. I think so. I don't really remember, though. I just know that this past month's arcade block was awesome. If you want to see what was in it, go on our YouTube channel, and I put up an unboxing video there. And it was a really, really good month for Arcade Block. Really good stuff. But then I guess what I've been most recently playing other than Mass Effect and Half-Life is me and Kim bought The Last of Us Remastered for PS4, and it is so much better on the PlayStation 4. Beat it on the PlayStation 3. Loved every second of it because it's an amazing game. But it on the PlayStation 4, it looks like...
It runs 60 frames per second on PS4, doesn't it?
Yes, and it just looks like a brand new game. It plays like a brand new game. It was just really funny because Kim's more of a first-person shooter, and watching her play The Last of Us, she got very frustrated very quickly because
Just the way the game controls, or just the slowness of the game?
Yeah, it's the slowness, and I don't think she's used to having to distract others and try to sneak around. The stealth aspect is what's getting her, because you have to throw the bottle and then creep over here, and then throw another bottle and then creep back by.
She's used to fast pace.
She's just like kicking the door, guns blazing, nuts out, kill everybody, and keep walking.
I loved the way The Last of Us played, and the way there's only like one enemy in your way at pretty much at all times, and you just kind of work your way through.
And you can pick, though, if you want to go in guns blazing, you can, but you don't have a lot of ammo.
You better be playing on a lower difficulty, because you're going to get screwed if you're on a higher difficulty.
Right.
There's no ammo around.
And
I don't remember what the hardest difficulty you could start on the PS3 was, but that's how I played it my first time through, and the experience was so great playing it like that.
Yeah. Because it's more immersive. I mean, you're gonna get in there and really feel like you're
scared
in this world. And it was funny because we went to GameStop on Sunday to get it, and the guy at the cash register, he's like, "You guys haven't played Last of Us before?" And I was like, "I have. She hasn't." He just goes, "Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say this."
Sexism.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm sorry.
He's like, "I'm just gonna say this. I know you're not gonna know what I mean by this, but you will. It's only one word that you need to know." Giraffes. You're welcome. And even I was like, I haven't beaten that game in like 2 years. Oh, wait, I know what he's talking about now. Okay, I understand.
That just completely flew over my head. Did you say drafts?
Giraffes.
Giraffes. Oh, that makes a lot more sense than drafts. They're drafting people into the Firefly.
We're gonna draft some documents for the fungal zombies. No, giraffes.
Yes, giraffes with a G.
Giraffe. Yeah, and it took me a second to remember what he's talking about, and then I was like, oh my God, that was an amazing part of that game.
It really was. I know, kind of dipping into spoiler territory, so if for some reason you haven't played The Last of Us, and Kim, don't listen.
She's in the other room. She can't hear us.
The ending to that game, a lot of people hate on it. I loved the ending of that game, because I feel like if you were in Joel's situation, and that's pretty much your surrogate daughter at this point.
Right.
Wouldn't you want to save her?
Yeah, I would. It was really funny, though, because I told Kim from the start, I was like, now look out. The first 20 minutes of this game will make you cry. Because I teared up when I first played it, because you know what I'm talking about. How it getting shot and everything, and the voice acting, and the faces, and I was just like, oh,
Troy
God,
Baker, we love you.
Right. And right before that scene takes place, like in the cinematic, to where right before she gets shot, Ellie, our dog, who we named after Ellie from The Last of Us, was in this bathroom taking a huge dump.
In honor of the game she was named after.
Right before this part that I knew would make Kim cry hits, we both turn around and look, and there's just a dog crapping in our bathroom.
Kind of ruined the moment a bit.
And then she turns back around, and Kim was just like, I knew that was going to happen, but I didn't get to see any of it because the dog crapped in the floor. It was really upsetting.
Yeah, coming into the game, thematically, you can tell that that's going to happen.
Because that's what Kim said. She was like, from the case of the game, his daughter's not with him. He's got this new girl. Of course, she's not going to make it. That's a game that I beat once, and I was okay with not playing it again, because it's like when you see a movie that's so good, but yet so emotional that you can't watch it again, but it's an amazing movie.
You'll never have the same experience.
Right. I'm going to leave it where it's at, and then just remember it for what it was. But
yeah, I haven't played it again either. But did you play the multiplayer?
No, I didn't.
The multiplayer was so good. I don't know if there's still the population online now on the PS4 version where you can really enjoy it, but it was so good.
I'll have to try it, because I know Naughty Dog does. You wouldn't think that they do really good multiplayer, but I mean, even multiplayer on Uncharted was a lot of fun when I played it. And I just love Naughty Dog as a game company. You guys are awesome. I know you're not listening, but I'm going to think that you are.
You never know. They may pop in, and you may have just made their day.
If so, Kaleb could use a job there, please. I'm an aspiring voice actor. If you need somebody British, I got that covered, right?
He's so good, right? I mean, just listen to those skills.
Buller. Capital ideal bean.
What's the name of the voice actor that plays Nathan Drake? He was in like everything for a while, just like Troy Baker now.
Yeah, I don't remember. I do not remember his name.
Well, you can replace him. They don't need him anymore.
Dude, right? I can be
Nolan
Nathan Drake.
North.
Oh,
Nolan North
there
is
it
his
is.
name. They don't need him anymore.
I could be Nathan
Like
Drake.
Caleb.
Dude.
All right, give us your best Nathan Drake right now.
All right, I got this. I gotta think of something witty to say because he's always a dick about everything. Oh, I'm gonna get some gold doubloons, more like some golden baboons.
Hold on. Let's get you in the mood. You found some treasure. The bad guys came. You murdered about 50 of them, and you're making your way out. Oh, there's 50 more. You murdered them too. What do you say now to your girlfriend?
It's Miller time.
All right, there we have it.
There it was.
Caleb Faircloth as Nolan North as Nathan Drake.
If I kill 100 dudes and just found a bunch of treasure, yeah, I'm gonna have a beer. That's an awesome moment in my life. Well, I mean, killing dudes, depending on who the dudes are. Like, if there are people
What if they were nice guys? They had families, Caleb.
I mean, it's probably just the guys that have always made fun of me for being the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan. And in which case, they deserve to die.
Don't look at my shirt.
Everyone makes fun of me for
I'm
being
kidding.
a Kingdom Hearts fan. And
Kingdom Hearts is great. I mean, I understand it's silly, but
It's not silly.
it is a little silly.
You're
I mean,
silly.
The story's a little
Jerk.
nonsense, but it's fun. And like, it combines two of my favorite things, Disney and Final Fantasy.
Right.
So it's just like,
I love it. I don't care what anybody says. Well, is there anything else that we need to let them know of?
I've really got to pee.
He's really got to pee. Brent's really
I
got to
drank
pee.
all that Canada Dry. It really kept me moist.
And
And now I don't want my pants to be moist. So I've got to use the bathroom.
Moist.
It's a dirty word.
It is. All right, guys. Well, then that's it for this podcast episode. We are still really excited about E3. Woohoo! And we're trying to get these out at least once a week for you up until then, and then we'll start busting them out a lot faster. Make sure you're following us on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and Twitter so you can keep up to date with all of our live streaming, and follow us on Twitch, twitch.com/gaming, twitch.tv/gaming at a glance, because we are hitting that up every night and playing a lot of cool stuff. If you have any games you want to see us play, please send us an email at gamingatglance@gmail.com or hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. And we're also going to start doing board games, playing some Cards Against Humanity, playing some Geek Out, some fun stuff like that. So just keep an eye out, because we're really trying to touch every aspect of the spectrum. And that's you over there. We're coming to touch you. Weird. But I have nothing else to really say to you guys other than I love you and thank you for making this all worth it.
Caleb, there's one more thing that needs to be done in honor of Sir Kenneth. GamingAtAglance.com.
Go save the princess, everybody. She might not be in another castle. You got to find out.
What did he say?
Peace.
Bye.